Today, I'll be showing you guys a new technique that I've been using on my beats, which flips any sound into something insane. This method involves using a plugin in a different way that most producers would normally use it, which is low-key a cheat code. In this video, I'll be making 2 beats in different styles to show off how useful this method can be, especially if you have beat block. God damn! Now, let's get into it. All right, so as always, we're in FL right here, and this idea was just an idea I was thinking of on paper, and it sounded good, and I tried it the other day, and honestly, yo, this is kind of sick, I can't lie. So you want to start off by grabbing some sort of phrase, melody layer, whatever. You can go to whatever kit you want for that. Personally, I'd recommend Civic Experiments, which if you guys didn't know, just dropped, so be sure to go check it out, man. And you just grab like one of these, right? We're not actually gonna use the sound, we're gonna use the MIDI from it. So let's just try and find one. And I'm gonna bring this to track 1. Now I'm gonna go to track 1 and I'm gonna get a Melodyne. If you guys don't know what Melodyne is, it's normally used to find out the notes of certain like melodies. If you were to use a sample, you chuck it through here and try and get certain notes. So like, it's a known thing already, but I don't know if this technique is really as known. You're gonna just wanna click transfer right here, this record button, and you gotta make sure this is on the same track as this pedal texture. Now you're just gonna record it in, so I'm just gonna click start. As you guys can see, it's just gonna record this note in, right? As you guys can see, it's turned it into like some crazy MIDI, right? And how I did this, you know, if you guys don't have this, it's because you need to go to algorithm and change this to polyphonic sustain. So now I'm just gonna click save as MIDI, just call it whatever. Now I have this as a MIDI. This is something which is really, really cool. I'm gonna go to the piano roll and I'm gonna do file, import MIDI file. Just bring this in like this. And now let's just chuck this over a one shot. So do copy and then paste onto that one. So now as you guys can see, we have it all as a MIDI. Let's just make sure this is all on key first. For example, this, let's bring this down to C. This right here isn't on key. Let's bring this like down as well. So this really cool, like sort of unique melody right there. So now let's just mess around with the one shot, try and see which ones we can find from here. Just create a little envelope on this. Maybe sit like a half time on that. Let's try one of these advanced one shots instead. I can't like that. That's hard. Let's bring this up to like D sharp. It's kind of hard. So now that I have this like this and it sounds pretty random, I'm actually going to go to an Edison right here and I'm going to put this on play, click record, and now I'm just going to play this out. But as I'm playing it, I'm just going to mess around with the octaves. Okay, so now we've done that, we have even more like options when we want to flip it. So now I've got this recorded. I would chop it in here, which you can do, but I always find it easiest to do it in the playlist. So I'm just going to bring it into the playlist right here. Let's just try and find a certain chop to it, right? I'm going to start off by just pitching this up. Yeah, so that's quite a cool little loop there. So now that we have this, I obviously want to put something on top. And to do that, I'm just going to grab that same MIDI and put it on top of like a different advanced one shot. Because the way that we process this makes it almost sound like a completely different melody. This one, for example. That really sounds good like that. Low key, I'm just going to record that out like that. I can't lie. And let's just do the same thing, man. Let's get on to key. So bring up 300. Bounced up so nicely. But it's a new track. Maybe just chuck a grid on this as well. Let's see what it sounds like in a different key. Oh yeah, that sounds so much better down. Let's just bring this back down to C. Now I have this like really cool sort of soundscape, right? So I'm gonna put stereo shapers on both of them so they blend in really nicely together. So stereo shaper like this, same thing with this. Then we're gonna get this. Left bit, right? That's quite a cool start, I like that. Okay, so now we have that. We have like the main 2 elements of this melody. Now let's just add some Civic Experiments, maybe some melody layers to really finish this one off. That's hard. Yeah. Bring it down to C again. All right, now we need like a B section to go into this, right? Ooh, that's crazy. It sounds crazy. Damn. Some space echoes in this would sound sick. It sound like very delayed. I mean, damn. That's perfect. I know it's already got delay on, but I'm just gonna put a little bit extra on. Alright, so now I think the last thing we really need for this is the bass, and then we're there. Let's go to patch play and just grab, there's like a nice Juno one that'll go well with this. Ooh, something like that, that's hard. That's crazy, right? So for drums in this, I'm low-key hearing like a sort of Boy Wonder OZ sort of bounce. So let's try and go down that lane. So like this. Maybe some of these hi-hat rolls, why not? Ooh, wait, hold on. Ugh. Alright, yeah, let's get some like open hats in now. Maybe just like that. Get another open hat somewhere. Some perks, like just some really small ones. Right, so now let's get a kick on that. Now we need that bass. So for this bass, I want like a nice sort of subby bass. Something I can really put underneath this to sort of support the low end. Boom, boom. And brings up. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, FL, why are you gonna crash? Don't crash! Brings up an octave. That's odd. Alright, so now we have this, it's time to arrange it. Arrangement, I'm going to probably keep quite simple. So I'm going to have this bass come in at the start. Of course, this couldn't have been done without some experiments, which if you guys didn't know, just literally released today. So be sure to go check it out. Top link in the description. Comes in. Crazy. Leave it open here. Move some sounds after. Alright, so now for the second one, we're going to use initially the same method, but you know, with these beats, you never know what direction you're going to go down. I didn't know that first beat was going to be an OZ one, you know what I'm saying? So let's see where this one takes us. So I'm going to do the same method. Let's go to Simp Experiments again, and let's try and find a melody which would have a good sound of MIDI to it. Ooh, that could be quite cool. Let's try this out with the same sort of method. So I'm going to load this into a Melodyne, click transfer, and just record that in. Okay, and now it's going to change it into MIDI again. Then, yeah, let's just do that same strategy. Just do file, import, just find that real quick. And I've got this one shot right here from Simp Experiments, of course. I'm just going to chuck it onto here and hit, just kind of, yeah, let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so I'm just gonna get these on key because some of these sound very off. Easy way to do this is if you hold command and just go to a certain note on the scale, then you can just do this and it'll pick every note that's in that scale that is off key, and we can just change it like that. Obviously right now that just sounds like not good. So let's flip it a little bit. Of course, you know, half time because it's way too quick. And like already it sounds better. Wait. Let's make sure I'm on the key on this. I like that. I like how it changes a lot. I think we can find a flip in there. Oh, maybe just that first bit. Hold on. That first bit was hard though. So I wanted to start there and have this gap like towards the right. Okay, let's bring us all up an octave with the halftime on. Ooh! So I'm going to get two grids right here because they both have different like effects on it. And one of them is going to be half, one of them is going to be full. I'm going to create an automation clip for both of them because I like this bit. But then I also like it with the other grid on. So it can also be like almost a B section. And watch how it's going to change. Ugh. There you go. So yeah, that's like a really cool start. And of course, we're going to go back to Sim Experiments right now and just kind of build some stuff on top of it. Let's go back to this tape section. Just try and chuck stuff in. That fits. That's cool. Maybe something else to go over this. Maybe like some pedal stuff. Nah, maybe some modular stuff. Ugh. That's a sick texture. I'm gonna make this pan around. Maybe some crazy sort of lead layers go over this, you know? Hold on. Fade this out. It needs some crazy bass underneath it now. We're kind of getting somewhere with this. Oh, that sounds crazy. Damn. What the heck? It's hard. EQ as well, get rid of some highs. Here, I need something else, like some sort of lead layer to go on. So let's just quickly grab one from Sim Experiments so we can get on with the drums. Oh, what is that? Low-key scrap this section. And then one more thing. We need like some sort of modular texture in here. Sorry, I'm going crazy with this kit right now. We need some sort of modular lead. Oh! That's hard. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's export this out. That sounds crazy. All right, let's get the drums on. So I want some aggressive drums for this one. Oh yeah, like that. Now we have that, we need to switch up these hi-hats a little bit because if not, it's going to sound really generic. Open it on that. Oh. Oh, let's shut that. Wait, man, this is sounding crazy. That's crazy. Can I get a CTM in there? Put it in somewhere? Airway needs some more high end for sure. go. Now we've got space for a kick. Oh, it's just gonna slap. Hold on. I think we got it there, low key. All right, now let's mix this. Wait, I kind of like how that was weird there. Oh, okay, that's giving me a little idea for the arrangement. All right, so right now we're about to arrange the second beat. This one sounded crazy, man. And again, before I start arranging it, man, if you guys don't know already, Civic Experiments is finally out now. 1500 sounds, all from analog synths and crazy hardware pedals. Sure to go check out, man. Top link in the description. All right, let's go. I want to change it here.